Pakistan is now dealing with two major shocks at once: an intensifying conflict on the western border with Afghanistan and a widening war in the Middle East that is already disrupting trade routes, flights, and remittance flows. Fighting between Pakistan and Afghanistan entered its third consecutive day, with no signs of de escalation despite international calls for restraint. The clashes began after Afghan Taliban forces targeted Pakistani border positions following earlier Pakistani airstrikes against militant hideouts blamed for cross border attacks. Islamabad responded by launching Operation Ghazb ul Haq, expanding ground and air operations across the frontier. Overnight, Pakistani forces carried out fresh strikes targeting formation headquarters in Nangarhar and other locations. Security sources said military infrastructure in Kandahar and Nangarhar was destroyed, along with multiple Taliban posts near Miran Shah and the Ghulam Khan sector. Information Minister Ataullah Tarar said Pakistani forces have so far killed 331 Afghan Taliban fighters, injured more than 500, destroyed 104 posts and captured 22 positions since the start of the operation. Islamabad also rejected Afghan claims that a Pakistani fighter jet had been shot down, calling the reports misinformation amplified by hostile propaganda outlets. A US official quoted by Reuters said Washington does not view Pakistan as the aggressor, while urging both sides to prevent further escalation. Taliban officials, meanwhile, claimed civilian casualties from Pakistani strikes and warned the conflict would be costly, signaling that tensions are likely to persist. As border tensions rise, authorities have moved to strengthen internal security. In Peshawar, militants attacked 3 police installations early Saturday, injuring 2 police personnel and 6 civilians. Police said attackers used grenades and advanced equipment, including night vision devices, before escaping. Officials believe the attacks may be linked to calls by banned TTP leadership urging fighters to launch operations inside Pakistan in support of the Afghan Taliban. Security has since been tightened nationwide. In Islamabad, all police leave has been cancelled, deployments increased at sensitive sites, surveillance expanded, and additional patrols introduced around key installations and worship places. Authorities across Khyber Pakhtunkhwa have also intensified crackdowns on undocumented Afghan nationals, detaining dozens in operations across Peshawar, Jamrud, Sawat, Banu, and Landi Kotal. Local administrations have issued relocation orders and warned of detention and deportation for non-compliance. Daily life in some border towns has already been effective, with markets closed and precautionary evacuations carried out after reported mortar shelling near administrative compounds. Away from the security situation, Pakistan's economic negotiations continue. A visiting IMF mission met foreign investors and business leaders to assess macroeconomic stability and reform priorities. Investor group urged the government to move beyond stabilization toward investment and export-led growth. Business representatives called for the abolition of super tax, reduction in corporate taxation, and policy predictability to restore investor confidence and industrial expansion. At the same time, the expanding war in the Middle East is already creating economic shockwaves for Pakistan. Flights and shipping operations across parts of the region have been suspended, disrupting exports and imports and leaving large numbers of Pakistanis stranded abroad, including pilgrims in Saudi Arabia. The Middle East remains critical to Pakistan's economy. The UAE is Pakistan's second largest trading partner, while the country relies heavily on Gulf energy supplies and remittances from overseas workers. Currency market experts warn remittance inflows could slow during Ramzan, particularly as travel disruptions prevent overseas Pakistanis from returning home with foreign currency. Businesses are also watching closely amid fears that any disruption to oil routes, especially the Strait of Hormuz, could significantly raise energy costs and weaken export recovery efforts. So while military operations continue along Pakistan's western border, the broader regional crisis is now beginning to carry economic consequences at home.